The key to wealth. One thing you notice about all people who are wealthy is not that they've gone out and chosen the right business or they've gone out and decided on the right strategy. It is that they are lucky. You look at Donald Trump and what's happening to him right now, lucky. You look at what's happening to Richard Branson, lucky. What does luck stand for? L-U-C-K stands for location, understanding, connections, and knowledge. Take something that we're fond of here in Asia, the English Premier League football. Take someone like Wayne Rooney. He's a lucky guy. Why? Because you see the ball kicking around and all of a sudden it gets to him and he's at the right place, right time, very lucky, kicks it, it goes in. So the first thing is location. It's investing your time in being in the right place, right time. What about understanding? Well, some of us, we're in the right place, but we have no understanding why we're there. So we still miss the opportunity. We forget to kick the ball. Or so understanding you're there to play football. Some of us, we know this. We're in front of the goal. We've started our business. We say, okay, I'm ready for the ball. Come on, where's the ball? Ready to kick it. Doesn't come. But that's because we don't have the connections. Turn around. There's no one on the football pitch. They've all gone off to the pub or locker room. They're not there because you didn't invest the time to build that right network in the first place. You've got to have that network. Then the balls start coming. And finally, K is knowledge, which means even when it comes, you've got to know how to kick it so that it gets in the goal, or you're still going to miss. Wealth dynamics is about wealth, but that's not the same as money. So we're going to start with what is the definition of wealth. Everyone who goes out to create any kind of wealth at some point comes across the wealth paradox. And for many of us, we've come across it many times already. So what is the wealth paradox? It's the idea that the more money you have, the more opportunities you have to lose it. The idea that people who start to create money and have money in their bank account, somehow it just disappears again. You could take someone who goes and wins the lottery, someone who gets some great inheritance, but then you see the money come all the way down, and where does it come down to? The level of their wealth. Similarly, people who are actually truly wealthy, well, you can see them, you can take away their money, take away their businesses, somehow the money just comes right back up again to the same level. So that's the definition of wealth that we have, that wealth is not how much money you have. Wealth is what you're left with when you lose all your money. When you find your wealth dynamics profile, why follow that path? Because you have a natural path which is going to get you to your wealth. In the same way that every great sports person had a natural sport which got them to that level of excellence. There is not one single sports person who got to world-class level in more than one sport. They invested their time in that one sport with that one team, on that one pitch, learning the rules, mastering those rules. And because sometimes sports have got entirely different rules. Basketball, you can pick up the ball, you don't kick it. Football, you kick it, you don't pick it up. If you are trying to play two sports at the same time, you are not going to be able to get to that same level of excellence because your time is now split. Why is that important to know? Because if you were to take your money, you can always, when you spend your money, get more. But when you invest your time or spend your time, then it never comes back again. Which is why the more of that time you can put into that one particular profile and that one particular path, then the faster you will actually accelerate yourself and your learning. There are two different types of people and two different ways of learning. There is the intellectual and there is the entrepreneur. An intellectual will need to know in order to do. For many of them, they'll go knowing all their lives without doing. For an entrepreneur, they need to do in order to know. They need to actually play the game to get the learning. And that's exactly what every great entrepreneur out there has done as well to get to that level of wealth.